Hi, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to Heatherroseup. I am Heather. This is my channel where I document my weight loss journey while following WW. In this video, I will be doing my weekly weight loss update, so if you'd like to see how I did this week with my goals that I made last week, keep watching. Good morning and happy Monday. I wanted to do a check-in today to let you know how the weekend went. If you haven't seen last week's video, make sure you check that out up here. I set some goals for myself this week, and one of the goals was I set up a schedule for physical activity for Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday, and I explained what the activity that I was going to do. I'm basically trying to ease into doing some sort of strength training, weightlifting. When I say weightlifting, I have like 5-pound weights. Actually, I think there were 2-pound weights. So just kind of easing into it. I didn't even know what I was doing. My lovely niece commented and told me that the over the head shoulder lifts that I thought I was doing or whatever the over the head lifts are called shoulder presses. So thank you, Emily, for that. And so I did accomplish what I said I was going to do on Saturday. And today I'm working on legs, and that's it. I forgot I have it written down in my book, but I'm doing squats and lunges basically. So I will check in at some point, maybe on Wednesday, to let you know how I did today. I did not get in my 64 ounces of water on Saturday. I got in 32 ounces. We ended up going, my family and I, we ended up going to a drive-through lights display, and it's about a half an hour away. And I realized when I was at a certain point with my water, I realized we were going to be driving for a while and I didn't want to have to use the bathroom anywhere. So I stopped drinking water. Excuses. But I rolled with it. I'm glad I got my 32 ounces in. But I want to share with you some of the sights that we saw. So in the next couple clips, that's what you'll see. But yesterday, Sunday, I did get in my 64 ounces of water. So I'm chugging along quite literally with that. I have 15 weekly smart points. We went to the holiday lights display and we had cocoa and some cookies. Like actual real cookies, not sugar-free. So I had a couple of those, worked it in, moving on. So I have 15, but my goal is to stay on plan this week and not go into the negative. So today I'm going to budget a little bit more, wisely to make up for that and balance over the weekend. And I enjoyed my weekend. So yeah, it was a good weekend. And I feel like I'm accomplishing my goals and I still feel motivated. So I will check back in on Wednesday to let you know how things are going. Good morning and happy Thursday. The last clip I said I was going to check in on Wednesday and I didn't, but I wanted to check in today. On Monday, I did accomplish my physical activity goal, and Wednesday, I accomplished my physical activity goal. So I completed that goal for this week. So I feel very good about that. Monday, I got my 64 ounces of water in. Tuesday, I only got 32 ounces, and Wednesday, I only got 32 ounces, but still significantly better than I've been doing. And today, I am determined to get in all 64 ounces of water. So I will check back in on Saturday after my workshop and let you know if I was able to accomplish that. So it's funny because I mentioned this in my last update, that the new routine is that there is no routine. And a couple days ago, I found out that my kids are both going fully remote as of Monday. So they're going to finish this week out, and then starting next week, they're going to be fully remote until January 11th. And because of my job, because I'm a school bus driver, my schools are also in their school district, so I will be out until then as well. But it kind of works out because I mentioned before I'm having my surgery on the 23rd, and I was supposed to take time off until the 11th anyway. So there's that. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm thankful that my job, even though I'm being temporarily laid off, basically, I'm thankful that I'm not scrambling trying to figure out childcare right now. So I am looking at the positives. Now I'll have a week to prepare for my surgery and for Christmas. So I have some goals for next week. I'm already brainstorming on how I want to stay on plan. So I will discuss that at the end of this video on Saturday. It is Thursday. I started today with 6 weekly smart points left over. So totally doable. I've already pre-tracked my day. I should absolutely stay on plan today. I might say at the end of the day, I'm going to use every single one of my weeklies, but that is my goal, is to stay on plan. I might have some left over. We'll see how things go. But that's where I'm at right now. So I will check back in on Saturday after my workshop to let you know how things are going and what my goals are for next week. Good morning and happy Saturday. So I went to my workshop this morning and now I'm going to reflect on how things have gone since Thursday. I said that I was determined to get in my 64 ounces of water that day, and I did. And as I mentioned, there was a couple days where I only got in 32 ounces, but overall, I'm more hydrated this week, which is the ultimate goal. Definitely working towards that. I'm not gonna beat myself up because it wasn't perfect. My goal is to be flexible and just work towards bettering myself each week. I mentioned that I was able to complete my physical activity goal. My other goal was to stay on plan. I was supposed to end up with some rollovers, but I decided to switch out my lunch. I wanted something else. I really wanted something else. So I worked it in. And I ended the day with 0 weekly smart points. And that's okay, because that means I stayed on plan, which was my goal. And I haven't done that. I haven't gone a week where I didn't go into the negative in my weeklies in a very long time. So to be able to finish the week off with 0 weekly smart points felt really good. So I weighed in yesterday morning, and I weighed in at 193, which means I lost 2 pounds this week. It's amazing what happens when you follow the plan. In last week's video, I did mention that my goal for the month of December was to lose 2 pounds, and I did that this week. However, I did that to make sure that I had some room to be flexible because of holiday foods and my surgery. So now my goal is to maintain. So if I gain a little, I want to make sure that I'm balancing out. But my goal is to stay at 193 at least by December 31st. So now it's working towards maintaining for the rest of the month. Going into next week. Now, I mentioned that things are going to be different. Our new routine is that there is no routine. Thankfully, my kids are pretty independent when it comes to getting their schoolwork done. I check in on them occasionally. So I'm honestly looking forward to being able to focus on what I need to do for my surgery, for Christmas, and for focusing on my health, which sometimes while I'm working and doing distance learning, it can become a challenge. So I'm looking at the positives. Yes, I'm out of work for a while, but I'm able to focus my attention elsewhere, where I was struggling before when I was working. This week is cookie week. Today and tomorrow I will be baking cookies with my family. And last year for the holidays, that was my downfall, the cookies. So was Thanksgiving, but now I know, because of how well I was able to focus during the week of Thanksgiving, that I can do hard things and I can adjust my focus to accomplish goals. Going back to my new schedule. So during the beginning of the pandemic, when my kids were fully remote and I wasn't working, I did a lot of updates while I was walking, which some of you might remember. And I really enjoyed doing my updates while walking. And I started thinking about how when I have my surgery, I might not be able to get in as much physical activity. So now next week is my opportunity to get in physical activity while I can. Now, I live in Connecticut. It's cold in the winter. My coach, you might know her. She's WW Works For Me on Instagram. She's Deb. She's amazing. But on Instagram, she said something that she learned from another workshop that, she wants to get her walking in, but it's cold, so you lay her up. And it's a simple concept, but that's something that I can do this week. Also, with distance learning, it becomes challenging for my children. My daughter is a teenager, and we have found that walking helps boost our mood, if you will. So my goal next week is to get in some walking with her before we start our day. That really helped me. I used to call it my clarity time, and I used to go alone, but I know that she needs this and I need it, so we're just going to do it together. Now, I don't really know how that's going to look next week because I'm looking at the weather and it looks like we may or may not have snow. I don't know. So my goal going into the next week is to do daily goal videos like I did the week of Thanksgiving, to adjust my goal depending on the weather and hopefully get out more to walk. And I realize that that's kind of vague, but I'm saying that my goal is to make daily physical activity goals. So whether that's going out walking before we start our day with my daughter or doing the strength training that I was doing last week, just some sort of daily physical activity goal to get my brain going, especially during the time that I'll be home and not working. In addition to making daily physical activity goals, I do want to get in 64 ounces of water every day. I'm going to continue to work at that. And now that I'm home, hopefully I'll be able to plan out and schedule my water drinking a little easier because I'm not driving a bus and having to take bathroom breaks. So those are my daily goals. I do have a weekly goal that I want to accomplish as well. The WW app now has in the app where you can make your weekly goals. You tell them what you want to work on and they suggest a goal that goes with that, which is really nice and convenient. And I did set a goal on the app, and that was to portion out my snacks before eating them for 3 nights. I often pre-track. It's something that helps me. So my goal for just 3 nights during the week is to make my snack, portion them out so I have it ready for the evening. And then overall, is to stay on plan again this week. And that may be challenging with cookies. So I'm hoping with the other portioning out goal, I'll portion out my cookies. I had mentioned in last week's video that I kind of plan on doing like an advent calendar kind of thing with my cookies. So I have my daily cookie allowance and work it into my plan, my schedule, because I enjoy cookies around Christmas and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. There is no bad food. I just have to work on balancing it, and I can do that. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did in any way, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, I would greatly appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button so you can continue to follow along on my weight loss journey. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you in my next update. Bye, guys.